Okay, I want to talk about one emotion today, and you can see it however you want to see it. It's stubbornness. You may see it as pig-headedness, bullheadedness, inability to be flexible, especially in your way of thinking. And I have to say, although it is a totally normal emotion and we all experience this emotion, not being able to recognize that and allowing it to lead the way in your decision-making process is going to screw you over. I can promise you that, and I can promise you that with a little story. So, today's story begins with a man who believes in God. Okay, so I'm totally used to reading Peppa Pig and actually nailing my Peppa Pig impression, but I'm gonna let it go for your sake. Anyway, this man's believing in God and his town floods. So he's standing outside in his yard, waist deep in water, and a boat comes by, a man in a boat, and says, "Hey, get in, I'll rescue you." And he says, "No, I believe in God and God will save me. You can go." And then the next thing you know, his whole house is flooded and he's standing on the roof. And the man in the boat comes by again and says, "Hey, get in now, I can rescue you." And he says, "No, I believe in God and God will save me. You can go." Before you know it, standing on his chimney, chin deep in water, and a helicopter flies over top and says, "Get in, we will rescue you." And the man says, "No, I truly believe that God will save me. You can go." And then the man's head was covered in water and he was swept away and he died. So he gets up to heaven and his holy savior is standing before him and he's like, "Hey, what's up? Like, I've served you my whole life. I believe in you and nothing but you, and then you do this to me? Why? Please tell me why." And God looks at him rather confused and says, "That's funny, because I'm pretty sure that I sent you 2 boats and a helicopter." Do you see what happened there? Do you see where stubbornness plays a role in this story? The man absolutely refused to see things any other way. No light could have been shone upon this situation. And God was presenting himself just in a different form. But the man was so set in his ways and so stubborn and had such belief in what he believed in that it screwed him over. It's going to screw you over. You have to be able to recognize this feeling and move on from it, because there is no one way. That's not the way it works. And you have to be able to have a little bit of flexibility in your thinking. And maybe, just maybe, you won't get swept away in a flood. I don't want to be swept away in a flood. Do you want to be swept away in a flood?